Welcome to the Brainy channel. In this video, we will be drawing the tan graph and we will also look at its properties. In previous videos, we looked at the sin graph as well as the cos graph. And you will notice that the tan graph looks quite different than the sin and the cos graph. So let's start by seeing how to draw this. The basic tan function is y equals tan theta, and for this video we will be drawing the graph from 0 degrees all the way through to 360 degrees. But like I said, the tan graph looks quite different from the sin and the cos graph. Therefore, we need to add a few more theta values than we used for the sine and the cos graph. So the theta values that we will add will be these ones. Now the next step is the same as we did with the sin and the cos graph, and that is by drawing our table. But instead of only adding 0 degrees, 90, 180, 270 and 360 degrees, we will be adding all these angles to our table. Before we are going to draw the table, let's quickly name the axes. Now, this horizontal axis is the x-axis, but we are working with theta, and theta represents our angles. Therefore, I'm going to name this axis theta, and this axis is our y-axis. Then when we draw the table, instead of writing x, I'm going to write theta because that is the values that I'm going to add on my table. And then y because we need to calculate the y values. Now that I've set up my table, let's calculate the y values using our calculator. So what we're going to do is I'm going to press tan 0 degrees, and that is equal to 0. Therefore, I'm going to write 0 in this space. Then we have to calculate tan 45 degrees. So I'm just going to replace the 0 with 45, and that is equal to 1. And then let's do tan 90 degrees. If I replace the 45 with 90, then you get a math error, and that is perfectly fine. I'm going to show you what's going to happen there. So all you're going to write here is undefined. Then let's do tan 135 degrees. So we've got tan 135 degrees, and that is -1. Now I want you to complete the table using the same steps, and then after that, we will plot the dots for our graph. Okay, all our y values are calculated, but before we plot the graph, we need to look at those two undefined values, here at 90 degrees and at 270 degrees. Now, because tan is undefined at these angles, the graph cannot cross through them. Instead, we draw a dashed vertical line at theta equals 90 degrees and another one at theta equals 270 degrees. And these two lines are called vertical asymptotes. The tan graph gets closer and closer to these lines, but it never actually touches or crosses them. This is one of the most important features of the tan graph. Now we are ready to plot the points. So when I'm on 0 degrees, my y value is also 0. Therefore, I'm going to make a dot here. And then when I'm on 45 degrees, my y value is 1. Then our 90-degree angle is undefined. I've already drawn my asymptote here. So let's move on to the 135-degree angle. When I'm at 135 degrees, the y value is -1. And then at 180 degrees, the y value is 0. And at 225 degrees, the y value is 1 again. And then 270 degrees is undefined. At 315 degrees, the y value is -1 again. And then at 360 degrees, it is 0. Now we are going to connect the dots. And remember, when you do connect the dots, to do it with a curved line. So I'm going to start here at 0 degrees, and then I'm going to move upwards to this dot, and then I'm going to try and get as close as possible to this line, but I'm not going to touch it. And then I'm going to end it off with an arrow. Now for this middle part, I'm going to start here at the bottom. I'm not going to touch this vertical line. I'm just going to go upwards in a curve through the dots, and again as close as possible to this vertical line, and I'm going to end it with arrows. And then for this last part, again, I'm going to get as close as possible to this line, and I'm going to go through the dots, but I'm going to stop here because our boundary says we are only going up to 360 degrees. And do not forget the arrow. So this is our basic tan graph from 0 degrees all the way through to 360 degrees. Now let's have a look at the properties of the basic tan graph. And we are going to start with the domain. Now the domain is all the theta values of our graph that is allowed. And normally they do give the domain for us. But if they don't, you can find it by looking at your graph. So I can see that this graph starts at 0 degrees and it ends here at 360 degrees. These are all our theta values, and you normally find it on your x-axis. So you're going to write theta is an element of 0 degrees all the way through to 360 degrees. But now remember, I said that the tan graph is a bit different than our sin and cos graph, because remember that at 90 degrees and 270 degrees, the tan graph is undefined. So we have to exclude those two angles. Therefore, I'm going to write that theta cannot be equal to 90 degrees and 270 degrees. And this is the domain for the tan graph. You can also, if you want to, instead of using your interval notation, use your algebraic inequality to write down your domain. Now let's look at the range for this basic tan graph. And to find a range, you have to find all the y values that this graph can be. Now, unlike the sin and the cos graphs, the tan graph does not have a highest point or a lowest point. As the graph approaches an asymptote, the y values continue getting larger and larger, or it continues getting smaller and smaller. So the y values can be any real number. So we are going to say that y is an element of the real numbers. So what is the amplitude for this basic tan graph? Well, to determine that, we first need to look at the minimum and maximum values. And does the tan graph have a maximum value? Well, no, it doesn't. And does it have a minimum value? Also, no, it doesn't. The graph continues upwards and downwards as it gets closer to the asymptotes. So tan does not have any minimum or maximum values. And because there's no maximum or minimum values, the tan graph does not have an amplitude. So I'm going to write not applicable. This is an important difference between tan and the sin and cos graphs. Sin and cos graphs have amplitudes, but tan doesn't. Before we look at the period for the basic tan graph, let's quickly have a look at the intercepts. The tan graph crosses the horizontal axis when y is equal to 0. And within our given interval of 0 degrees through to 360 degrees, this happens here at 0 degrees. It happens at 180 as well as 360 degrees. So our intercepts are 0 degrees and 0. And here it is 180 degrees and 0, as well as 360 degrees and 0. And now the last property that we are going to look at is the period for the basic tan graph. Now the period is the distance it takes your graph to complete one full pattern or one full cycle before it reaches its original position. Now have a look at our graph here. It starts here at nearly 90 degrees and it completes the pattern at nearly 270 degrees. Then it starts here again at nearly 270 degrees, and then it actually goes on until it completes its pattern over here. And the same with this. It actually starts somewhere over here, and it completes the pattern here. Now, what is the difference between 90 and 270 degrees? Yes, it is 180 degrees. That means the tan graph repeats itself every 180 degrees. And for grade 10, you are going to remember that the period for a tan graph is 180 degrees. And that brings us to the end of this video. We now know how to draw a basic tan graph and identify its important properties. In the next video, we are going to see what happens when we start transforming this tan graph. See you in the next video.